You would expect that, but I mean, we said, and I said the same for DAMWON Gaming on Villa. I said that that was going to be a game they were going to 100% win, and they 100% lost. Never even showed up, never even looked like it. So who knows at this point? I mean, this tournament has already shown us that on an international stage, especially for these teams that have a lot to fight for, and the regional differences, the cross-regional play, it does not play to the statistics, whether that be home map advantage, whether that be attacker defender-sided maps, none of it matters. The only thing that has actually sort of struck my attention, all the bans, Rob, all night tonight have actually been spot on.
Yeah.
Like, they've all been staple bans that you expect to see. We haven't seen anything too crazy.
The Twitch.
So, well, yeah, the Twitch was the only one in that one map. Like, that's it. Everything else has been pretty spot on. So we see that again here. My only thought process, though, is it does leave the Flores available on Oregon.
Yep.
Which, if you're not bringing Flores, the only site you probably won't actually bring it is Kids Dorms. So this is probably the only time you may not see the Flores, but everywhere else you should be using it since it is now available.
I suppose for Liquid, rather for DWG, should they lean into it, Mirror's back in play. But I actually go back to my previous point in talking about anything that I see when it comes to Mirror. It's either banned or it's just not played, because the ban rate is so high on Mirror that no team is prepping stats to play with a Mirror. So whenever it's up, it's still not used. I'd actually love to see what would happen if teams stopped banning Mirror altogether, whether we would start to see like heavy Mirror strats. I feel like way back in 2019 I was seeing a fair bit of it, but it's dropped off so much. Anyway, Oregon and Liquid starting on the attack. If they can set the tone nice and early, DWG are in so much trouble. There is Rin, I think, over in Small Tower that might try to play a little bit of the old business, but he has fallen back to dining for now.
Yeah, and I want to quickly get this out there as well, but Oregon, when we talk about defender attacker sided stats, 60%. It is in both Brazil and in APAC North, and pretty much region wide. It is a very defender sided map, 4-2-half territory. That's the minimum for DAMWON Gaming. I'm not even looking at 3-3 as being good enough. They need 4 rounds here at minimum in this first half if they're going to be having a successful Oregon. So pressure on them obviously from the get-go. Team Liquid, they only need 2 attacking rounds. If they get a couple of those early on, it puts the pressure immediately onto DAMWON Gaming. And yeah, Nas getting that opening kill onto Rin, big factor on Oregon. I'm a little perplexed though, why are we going Kids Dorms straight away and not going down to basement? That's a little bit confusing to me. This is generally the tertiary site. Attackers have gotten very good at attacking into Kids Dorms. Well, I was actually pretty much attacking on this entire map, but it's still very defender-sided.
That's just it, because Oregon's been played so much, it really has started to shift the meta quite dramatically, and especially with the meta itself, like where it's actually, the overall macro of the game, very much is starting to favor the attacks in just a way that we've never seen before. Liquid on their attack with the opening kill. This gives them a lot of room to move, and that's the problem. Yas has just been shut out. Katsang, at the very least, finds a pretty crucial trade. That's Nesk, who's found the opening 2 kills. Coded going low, has to stay alive here. If he goes down, round over.
That is an awkward position, though, to be sitting in. And yeah, probably better off to just sit back in this corner and wait here. 50 seconds, no more gas babes though, but that's a tough spot, especially when you don't really have top white stairs control. Oh, that is super aggressive though from Coded. Catches Ask off guard.
Oh, Coded!
Goes big, but so does PSK, brings it back to 2 versus 2. Diffuser's still over towards that game's wall position, but Palu pushing up white stairs. Coded's low on health, Katsang around half, and just sneaky like has got top white control, but time, it's a factor, and they haven't got this diffuser.
No, he's just thrown, oh my word, 10 HP on Katsang, 5 on Coded. It's only going to take a feather to hit them, and they'll both fall down. Katsang sitting back in the corner. He could go huge. Katsang and Coded, both on 5 to 10 HP, have clutched up huge for DWG.
Yeah, much better from DAMWON Gaming, honestly, than what we saw anything on Villa. Absolutely anything. Look, Kid Storms, it's 50-50. The map itself is pretty defender-sided, 4-2 territory, courtesy really of kitchen meeting, along with basement, especially laundry supply is very defender-sided. But that Kid Storm site, you've got to be winning those, and it's a good sign there for DAMWON Gaming. Not clean, not flawless, not a full command on the round, but you don't need that in this series, Rob. You can win in a rather unconvincing way, but you're winning. That's all that matters. Build that confidence as a team off the back of a dismal Villa 7-1 loss. Just getting this opening round, it can build confidence in the team. Good signs as well from Katsang, who obviously struggled a little bit on Villa. Goes 3-0 to start with.
Yep. Bomb.
That's the way to do it. It is the only way to do it. Down to the basement. This is the territory for Liquid that we're probably going to question the most. Ask on the blitz.
Attackers are moving.
Sticks it as well, even with the attacker repick. This is going to be very intriguing. I would dare say it's got to be a blue push. It's got to be into elbow, and it's going to be quick. The observer quickly go up to the north. There we go. They are going to absolutely send it into elbow. Are they going to contest nice and close? Yes, they are. Katsang goes down. There's no one on the free throw line, so they can't even stop the players running past elbow. Ask cannot die here, though. Otherwise, it's going to fall apart. Just like that. Coated once again. The man, the myth, the bloody well legend is going massive. Triple kill with a shotgun. And it's just Palu left.
That's why they say Coated is goated. He is honestly the standout for this team. And even on Villa, even in that dismal loss, was somewhat of a shining light. Wookieman to finish it off on Palu. Questionable there from Liquid. I don't hate it, but these rush attacks on laundry supply never really work out. You've got to play into the site a bit better than just trying to catch your opponents off guard, and getting elbow controls not really going to win you to site. Really, really well played from Coated. Better again as well from DAMWON Gaming, and this is one thing that Liquid need to be concerned about. If you give DAMWON Gaming a glimpse, if you give them some form, they'll take it, and we know what they're capable of. It's a best of 3 for a reason. Yeah, you absolutely demolished them on Villa. That was their map pick. Well, who's to say they can't do the same thing on Oregon? It's your map pick, it's your map. Who's to say they can't just do what you did to them on Villa?
And now this is basically a free attempt at, kitchen meeting, which yeah. It's much of a muchness on the tertiary side of either dining or meeting. I know that meeting has definitely become the more favorable of the two. Which is, it's a team's choice. Meeting in APAC.
5 seconds remaining.
What, a team's choice, or?
Well, yes, but also I think kitchen meeting has always been the more preferred site.
No. End of last year, dining was 100% with the shower extension. They had the showers extension.
No, I
into
don't even think that was end of last year. I think that was start of last year.
Oh, it could have been. My timeline's absolutely full. Just like DWG, all over the place. Even in this map, they are all over the place, but in a very good way. Like that first round, they lost the opening 2 picks, and then, like you said, the goated Coated just makes it work.
I will say, though, again, remembering what I said at the start of this, is that Liquid only needed 2 rounds. Defender side at Oregon, so the emphasis has always been on DAMWON Gaming to start well here on Oregon. And yes, they have, which is good, because they definitely did not do well on Villa. They've already doubled the round tally from Villa here in 2 rounds. So, look, when you're on the defense of Oregon, all you could do is just win your rounds, take it 1 round at a time. For Liquid, they get still 4 more rounds to find 2. That's not bad, 50% strike rate, and a good opportunity here as well, kitchen meeting, where if they really do slow things down, play into the map, open up this wall, get addict control, do the standard Oregon checklist, I think that they can then bring it back and get around. But this is where now DAMWON Gaming, you look at Katsang on that smoke, shotgun, 3 gas babes, probably the most important role holding that meeting wall.
Gonna find the early intel on the player who was trying to flank up into Trophy. Halu, undetected. This is so dangerous, but yes, bests him in the 1v1. Not even any damage done to Palu, and we saw just before he flicked off the point of view, literally looking in the same direction. And now, really, this is where you back in DWG. with the smoke, 3 canisters left. There's only a minute for Liquid to make something work. They don't have enough control. They don't have vert control. This is not looking good.
Yeah, vert control, or the lack thereof, is what concerns me the most. They have got the wall open, though, meeting. That is at least something. Trying to get a little bit of information with that Rotera drone. Nesk over towards main stairs, but I don't see any attic control there from Team Liquid. 38 seconds. Resets, though. Hello, this is a very intriguing point. A very intriguing push in, which has got Liquid back into the round all of a sudden. So loses a big 1v1 crucial fight with Coated. Up close. Wins out. Yas as well gets rid of resets. And suddenly DAMWON Kia are absolutely here to play on Oregon. Early days, but it's a 3-0 start on the map pick of Team Liquid. Good signs from DAMWON Gaming.
Resets nearly gives the reprieve to Team Liquid that they were looking for. And then from there, it's the ones that just are not going their way. DWG will be really cheering at this point. I guess Liquid, they're in these rounds, that's the thing. Like, apart from that second round where they go for that blitz rush on elbow, they're in these rounds. They are looking dangerous. And some of it is coming down to 1v1s that unfortunately are not going their way. You think back to Palu getting in behind enemy lines, losing the one with Yas, then again with Coded coming down the kitchen hallway. There's only so many places he can go. DWG are still in control of this match, but I definitely am not counting Liquid out by any means.
No, I mean, you can't. Right, we've got 3 more rounds to go. There's still only need 2 of those. Worst case, you get 1, but I mean, if that happens, I'm backing in DAMWON Gaming.
10 seconds left before
And we go to Kids Dom, though. I mean, this is the site that me and guys always like to talk about. But although these days, Rob, I actually feel like it's actually Dev and Mandy that always bring that up. Every single time I listen, they're always like, well, this is where Gus and Xenox would talk about Kids Doms. Look, the truth of it is, when you look at Oregon in a nutshell, Laundry Supply has a very high defensive win rate. Kitchen Meeting is sort of 3rd on the list of sites, but does well generally for the defenders. So Kid Storms, which is, I personally think, a really, really well-designed site. You've got so many options for attackers, but also so many positions for defenders. There's so many different ways that you can play it. Games wall, attic, big window, the push through as well. You know, from armory hallway, you've got bedroom. There's so many different ways that you can push onto this site and play it. I mean, heck, you've even got a small tower defender this particular round from Yas. I'm not a big fan of this one, but I mean, hey, again, it's something else. So it's a really, really good site that's quite versatile.
This is dangerous though, because I mean, if it's anyone but the Sledge out there, you're probably wasting an additional 20 seconds, but the Sledge just makes light work of this. This is going to be an unbelievable nade. Oh, if that makes its way through, I think Yas is dead for sure. Regardless, now they've either got to flush him out completely or just disregard what's going on over in Small Tower, because that's not where the objective is. That's not where the issue is at the moment. Where was Cat saying then? Nice. Nice nade.
Corner stations, I'm assuming, still in effect, obviously, from Rin, but down. Gas babe again from Coded, only 1 left, still 90 seconds left. Not ideal. 6-0. Honestly, it feels like he's going to have to be 9-0 by the end of this round if DAMWON Gaming to keep this flawless. But yeah, this is just Liquid picking apart DAMWON. Well, make it 7-0 from Coded.
Again!
Half health, inside master bedroom. Good position as well for the long run. If you can keep Ask at bay here on this balcony outside, that's a player down. That makes it then 3v3 on site in the map. Never mind. That's a wonderful angle from Nesk.
That was dirty. If Cody gets back on side, or even if he stays in master there and holds off another player, honestly, I'm calling Coded for MVP of this series. He has been unbelievable, giving every opportunity to DWG that they could ask for. And Liquid are setting themselves up perfectly, but Woogieman with the SMG-11 does not falter, and nor does Katsang. Speaking of players that are goated, Katsang is going nuclear, and Liquid once again, the ball has been dropped, and I don't know whether it's retrievable. Woogieman is now in a 1v1 with Nesk.
Well, retrieves the diffuser and runs straight over towards Kids, and we'll get that plant down. Woogieman, do you have the info? No, not quite. Bit of a random nitro cell up top right. Nesk, though, Do you know where he's coming from? The answer looks like it's a big resounding yes. Top right stairs is the call. That's the angle being held. Woogie Man, the pre-fire shot, but he hasn't got the full information either. Ness doesn't have to move, doesn't have to give away his position. Don't give him a sound cue. In a 1 versus 1, half health for Woogie Man, or just about. Ness getting a little bit antsy in the middle of the room, gets punished. There's no reason to be standing in the middle of kids. Woogie Man gets given an absolute freebie. It's 4-0 to DAMWON Gaming.
Bomb defusing attempt failed. Defenders win.
What is going on? In the politest possible way, what is going on? From a 2 versus 4 down to the 1v1, and then the 1v1 finishing the way it does.
DAMWON Gaming. Some of these rounds have gone the distance, right? In the rounds themselves, they've been a little bit more back and forth. We're seeing Liquid still finding shots. I mean, obviously, Nask is a big factor for that with 6 kills. Resets has had a couple of good moments as well. Back on Villa, it just felt like it was an onslaught, an avalanche. It was just Team Liquid the whole way through, and it never even looked like having a close round where a result in those rounds was going to be any different. But yeah, DAMWON Gaming, though, just edging some of these kind of 50-50 rounds. And then the other 50% of the rounds have been very, very clean. So a much, much improved performance from DAMWON Gaming. If we're going to give them, you know, a big criticism for Villa, well, you got to give them a big pat on the back here for Oregon, considering this is the map pick of Liquid. They've had so much success on this map. Not exactly the map of choice either for DAMWON Gaming, and they've turned it around off the back of a dismal performance. It reminds me a little bit of Dexter, actually, from SSG, who was disastrous on Chalet, and they just turned it on for the rest of the series and was impeccable. Well, maybe DAMWON Gaming can do the same thing, but on a team level.
Quite big to see. And it's important for them to do so as well. It is just... At this current moment, this is, I mean, outside of DWG, the biggest stage most of these teams will play on. But even for DWG, not only is this incredible experience going into what is, you know, the Berlin Major, but also the money on the line is so serious, it's not even funny. It's bags on bags on bags. And to find yourselves in a lower bracket losing out in a fashion that would have been similar to Villa had they not have, you know, pick themselves up, well, big warning signs. Now we're really flipping the storyline altogether. And as Liquid make their way into the actual map, DWG are playing really calculated and just calm at the moment, which I'm not going to lie, it surprises me, Xenox.
I just want to see Ren find a bit of form, though. I feel like that's the last piece of the puzzle for DAMWON Gaming for the series. They can probably win the map from here without Ren playing super well. A lot of people will look at Ren's performance on an international stage and start to piece together that it's not the best, but domestically, very, very sound for DAMWON Gaming. And a big part of why they are so good domestically. Had a pretty abysmal Villa, but I mean, in fairness, so did the rest of his team. A minute left in this round, though, which has gone by. There's no real major event happening, and still 5v5, no real impact. As resets now, are they looking to make this push? Nask actually finding a kill on to Coded. If there's a play to get rid of, that is the one. Smoke down, Coded down.
Now the heroics are all but shut. And that late round denial is all but gone. You've got a couple of C4s there, but there we go. You said it, Xenox. You asked the question, was Ren going to appear? Cat saying, oh my, what on God's green earth has happened here? Ask, the last to remain finds himself a quick double. Nearly the triple as Yash tries to swing into him there. But it's 5 on the trot for DWG.
I mean, this might actually be the quickest 3-map series we've ever seen. I tell you what, 7-1 into a 5-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This is weird. I mean, I think actually, if we had have gone to overtime, we would have actually only just finished the first map.
Yep.
So, and yeah, we're almost finished the second map. And it's staggering. I don't know. The entire day today, Rob, we've been trying to bring the statistics and analytics into this to try and dissect some of these performances, to even predict how we think things are going to play out, and we've been wrong every time.
Yep.
I mean, egg on my face, it is what it is. Sometimes you're in this position where you've got to obviously give your opinion, and the fact that it's been wrong every time, what can I say? It really highlights though what's been a fun day.
Yeah.
If we were right every time, it would be boring. It would be easy to predict, and no one would care. And that's what makes it exciting when teams show up where you don't expect it. They got trounced 7-1 on their map. What am I meant to say? Oh yeah, they're 100%. They're fine. They'll come back on Oregon, which is, you know, check Liquid's map pick. Like, no, you're fully expecting a 2-0 from that point and DAMWON Gaming to bow out. But that's where you give all the plaudits, all of it, to DAMWON Gaming in their ability to respond and respond in this fashion on this map of Liquid's map pick. I mean, kudos, absolutely kudos. Now, finish the job and let's go to Skyscraper.
That's it. We're pretty much there. We've got one foot in the door of Skyscraper. But is there yet another twist? A Liquid able to find their way back here. Big resounding no so far. Does not mean that it can't happen. You're probably looking to Nesk to really find anything in these rounds because the rest of Liquid have just been absent altogether. Nesk has been the one opening rounds, has been the one trying to find those big clutch moments. Time and time again, it's just not enough. And DWG have 2 players above for Liquid to deal with, and last time Liquid didn't deal with them and tried to approach site in which they were shut down quite quickly.
And it's quite prominent. You look at Gas, Katsang, Coated. I mean, big names for DAMWON Gaming, especially Katsang and Coated. It's no surprise. They're leading the way, and DAMWON are finding success from it. And Yas's EDDs there getting caught out by Team Liquid. That's fine. He'll have the Nitro Cell anyway for the late round. Minute 20 remaining. Palu over towards Small Tower, making his way in towards Dining. Can get close to Kitchen, get close to site control, and yeah, it's almost like, hey, where is everyone? Like what's going on? He's just walking his way in, bot white, gets a bit of info. Obviously, I think still need to clear above, but I mean, that's a lot of information from Palu.
That it is. So the kit's over at the back of rear stage, so, you know, I don't think that there's going to be a hell of a lot of time, even if they wanted to rotate, so they're going to have to make that play in meeting. Which means that where all of DWG's utility is exactly where Liquid are going to have to try and fight through. The good thing about this player being all the way over at Dining is they can cut that kind of congestion out from Kitchen. But here we go, the push with 30 seconds left.
Making his way in. Gasbabe goes out, Katsang finds the kill onto Nesk, and Ask is forced back because of that. Gasbabe, one more as well from Katsang. 20 seconds, they lose resets as well. Woogieman finding that kill. Falling apart here for Team Liquid. Yas takes a bit of a beating, and so does Woogieman falling. Palu, big kill to maybe try and salvage this round, and Ask has got in as well. No more Gasbabes to deny. Gets that plant down. Still salvageable for DAMWON Gaming, but Liquid fighting and finding their way back into the round. Big kill from PSK. They're not done with this map just yet. Coated though with a headshot onto Palu, but time will be a massive factor, along with the fact that the plant is down, backstairs control still established as well for Liquid. But if you find that last kill onto Ask, and he's just standing out towards the hallway, that's not the best position. Ask, what are you doing? It's an easy defuse in the end. But DAMWON Gaming, it's 6-0.
Bomb defusing.
How did they win that?
Defenders win.
Oh, I'm speechless.
They just have to play someone backstairs and peek last second.
I am speechless. The past 2 maps, I have no words for. No words.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we didn't expect the 7-1 on Villa, and we're not expecting the 6-0 here on Oregon, and we're questioning as well, where did the Liquid of Villa go?
Where did the defense go? It's 60% win rate on both APAC North and the Brazil League. Like, it's...
Yeah.
What?
It's staggering. So many questions, and well, I guess we'll have time on Skyscraper to maybe get some answers. Which, you know, it's interesting. 7-1 on Villa, 6-0 on Oregon. They neither is going to be able to both get away with that again on Skyscraper. Someone has to win.
Yeah. Yes. I'm telling you, it's going to be another 7-0 on Skyscraper. I can see it.
I don't know who it'll be, though.
No, I don't either. It's a flip of a coin.
Someone's going to win 7-0 on Skyscraper. We don't know who, though. That says it all.
This is going to be the very... I think this is the fastest two-map series I've ever seen in my life. I can't recall another time I saw 2 maps finish within an hour. This is insane.
Well, I mean, we've seen beatdowns in best of 2s, or even obviously a best of 3 where it's a 2-0. I mean, I think we've seen quick games before. I don't think I've ever seen a best of 3s that's this quick, but going to the 3rd map. That I can tell you, I've never seen before.
That's very true. That's very true. I mean, I don't think I've seen 7-1, 7-0. Look, it could end up being a 7-1, but yeah, this is just at this point.
We're going to get an 8-7 overtime.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. DWG going to drop the ball here, and
now I will say I've seen one team come back before from 6-0 on Oregon.
So it's only one team.
Yeah. Back when they were 7th Heaven, in fact. Yes. We were just talking about DAMWON as of their current team name. Yeah, long time ago. Good old 7th Heaven. Now DAMWON in APAC South came back from 6-0 on Oregon. And fun fact, they lost the game anyway in overtime.
They did. That they did.
I think it was against the Knights.
It was Knights. Yeah, it was the Knights. Yeah, it was, and back then they were called the Pittsburgh Knights. That's another little fun fact for you. But keeping our attention here, minute 30 left, and I'm not entirely sure if DWG have found their way into all of the places that they're looking for, but it feels like a construction take and somewhat of a laundry push could inevitably come to fruition. I don't even think they know what they're fully going for yet.
Can't be right.
Well, there's still a player. You've got, you got coded over there. That's enough. That's enough to put pressure on.
It's just code, mate. One-man army. I believe in coated for sure.
Yeah.
They've got hatch open as well for the drop down from meeting available. 55 seconds left in the round. So look, well positioned in terms of actually having a lot of different avenues. Backstairs, you got hatch drop from meeting. You've also got blue. But Nesk sitting in this Harry Potter position. He's getting antsy. Do you want to push? He pushes back, but he pushes into the sightlines of Coated, who's Coated, and gives DAMWON Gaming that player advantage now to push onto site. 5-4 pillar pretty much open. They can push him from blue as well. Is this where DAMWON 7-0 Team Liquid could be on the cards? He spots the knees of Palu. Resets falling as well on the Malusi. It was a trade. Still advantage for Liquid. Now Rin in a 1 versus 2. Can't come up big against Palu, but I feel like all this does is set up Team Liquid for a 7-1 loss again.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what ended up happening in that round. It felt like they had enough control at the back of Pillar and ended up losing a hell of a lot of ones from there. I really didn't even know where the players were dying from, if I'm just being completely honest. It was really hard to keep track. I think there was a player at the... No, I'm not even going to try and guess. It's not enough for me to convince me that Liquid are back in this game, but it's also not enough for me to say
comeback.
No, but the problem is I also don't believe that was enough to say DWG have done enough to convince me they're going to close out this round either. So I'm in a stalemate. But we do head across to dorms, as we do say. Probably the most important side here on Oregon. Now, one thing that we didn't see as much from in DAMWON's camp was the extension. We saw a couple of roams, but we didn't see all that much vertical play from them, which in APAC is actually quite common. We did see them, I think more often than not, DWG were actually falling to the roams around here, but Coated went big on 2 individual rounds through Closet. I don't think that DWG will allow Liquid to do any of the sort here. You can see vertical play, Ask and Resets, both ready and prepared to fight anything that comes on that first floor.
Well, it's kind of all set up for another 7-1. Liquid, of course, as has already been spoken about many times. 7-1, 7-1 lost to Wild. But then the fact that the first game of this series was a 7-1 as well. This could actually be 4 maps from 4 maps where the result for Team Liquid is a 7-1 win or a 7-1 loss. Like that is bizarre.
Yeah. I don't think you'll see it again.
The I don't think I've ever seen that. The numerology of that is something that's probably never happened in Siege ever before.
Yeah.
7-1, 7-1, 7-1, 7-1. Like, Dev's going to look at his match tracker one day when he's looking at Team Liquid, and he's going to be perplexed as to 4 7-1s in a row.
Yeah, yeah. Even 3. The likelihood of 3 happening in a row is so abysmally small, it's not even funny. But DWG, they do have the opportunity to make it 4. Definitely want to see Liquid kind of build a little bit of momentum in this second half. As much as I'd love to see the 7-1, I would love to see this go the distance.
I either want a 7-1 or a 6-6, and let's go to overtime. Nothing in between. Kota, though, with the nade will get rid of PSK, but like the last round, they get the opening kill. It's Liquid that will be able to respond after that, and they responded very, very well in that last round. Big window control for Woogieman, and that's a dangerous position on a Ying. With those Candelas, throw those in, jump in, get Dorm's control. Next, I don't even know how you're alive there. This game's wall position. Absolutely pinched down, can't push out. So low on health, 1 bullet will do the job. And they lost Ask as well. Katsang will just push in. You can just spray your way at that point. It's going to be 7-1 for the 4th game in a row for Team Liquid, unless Palu and Resets have something to say about it, and they very well might.
I think they do, my friend. I think they do. They're both on 5 HP. Make it just Palu. But I feel it. I feel it in my bones. He's going to get a double right now. Look at this. Bang! No, it is Gas that closes it out. 7-1, 7-1, 7-1, 7-1. Liquid cannot break this curse at the moment, but we are headed to Skyscraper in the most random turn of events I have ever seen.
How in the hell?